broadcast nonetheless. Please do well to click on the link and join me. Thank you very much. I could see that we had a glitch a couple of seconds back. I was saying good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to each and every one of you out there. Welcome to this broadcast. Welcome to our newspaper review. Yes, so this one, helele today. No jokes, man. Do well to share this broadcast. Do well to invite someone onto the broadcast. Grab a seat, sit down, get a chill drink, and let us dissect the papers today because this federal government, they are doing too much. They are really kicking the people. And today I came in anger today. Oh. I came in anger. I don't know why. This. I know my face does not look like somebody that is angry, but I came in serious anger. Imagine the federal government increasing petrol price. Filling stations have been closed for 2 days, and they are increasing. Okay, we just started. We will get there. Good morning, welcome. Do well to share this broadcast. Do well to invite people onto the broadcast. Come on, let us educate ourselves. Let us talk. Let us put a stop to this. What's the same administration? Okay, I just started. But all right, let's dive into the papers, but now without saying hello to each and every one of you on the broadcast. Osagidade, it's good to have you on here. Thank you for being here. Good morning to you too, sir. Thank you. Osagogo, how are you doing? It's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you. Thank you for being here. To my amazing panelists, the link has been posted. Please like the broadcast before you click on the link. We'll take our time to click on the link. People, thank you very much. Welcome to the broadcast. Mommy Diaspora, I greet you, especially this beautiful day. Thank you for being on the broadcast. And you, hi, how you doing? It's good to have you on the broadcast. Welcome to Niger Watch. If you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please take out time to subscribe to our YouTube channel, join our membership, turn on your notification bell, follow us on all of our lineups. Right about now, you need authentic platforms, and we come through with that. So please do well to turn on your notification bell, support us, to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Everything possible, make sure you get notified for every time we go on live, and see to it that Niger Watch grows by sharing a link, by inviting someone, by supporting us financially. Yes, if you're watching the replay, it's good to have you on this broadcast. Good morning to you once again, and thank you for being here. You have the opportunity to support us by clicking on the super thanks option just beneath the screen. It's very safe and very, very, very secure. So please do well to engage us as much as possible. Thank you very much. If you are yet to get your PVC, please do well to go get your PVC. Do well to go get your PVC, ladies and gentlemen. No sleeping, no hanging, no. Do well to get your PVC. The gods for APC to be campaigning with everything that they've delivered to us. The gods for Tinubu to be campaigning. You that promised us that Buhari was going to give us fuel at how much? You people have the guts to increase fuel to 185 when Nigerians are paying from 350 to 500 to 520. And Nigerians, we must be stupid. No, really, we must be. No, we must be, because wetin make us they get all this kind yama leaders? Wetin make us they get back this kind yama leaders? Wetin? Una sit down say fuel is not. Filling stations have been closed for how many days? They are increasing fuel price. The Minister of Petroleum has not said anything. They are increasing fuel price. Do we have a dumb Minister of Petroleum? You know they talk. See, there's no power supply. It is epileptic. I say it all the time that our major power supply is the petrol, is the fuel, because it is reliable. As long as you have your money to purchase the product, then you know that, from 6 to 6, I'm going to have for the next 12 hours, there's going to be power. You can do this, you can plan around. And now that has been taking us, since last year, we've been struggling with this. And this is the best they can do. And this is the same people that has just added 3-point-something billion naira for subsidy. You've not gotten your PVC? You are campaigning for APC? All right, let's move on. Our first paper for today is going to be the Daily Trust, and on the Daily Trust on here we have Kano Sharia judges registers remanded over 500 million naira fraud. Police released 13.6 billion naira to 6,184 killed, injured police officers' families. Diphtheria outbreak kills 25 in Kano. Despite CBN's directives, bank ATM still dispensing old naira notes. Apex Bank insists on January 31st deadline. Emefiele briefs Buhari on progress. Sultan urges extension. Elders reject new notes for fear of counterfeits. Federal government revokes 3,402 mining titles, nets 14.59 billion naira in 5 years. I sell stolen cars to officers, naval rating. Police fall IPOB's attack on Imo station, kill 3 militants. I will restructure Nigeria, industrialize Southeast, says Atiku. Atiku is coming under heavy backlash for something he said. See, you know how I say it might looks like gimmicks, the whole back and forth Atiku and Tinubu. Let us be listening to what they are saying because then they reveal their secret. Then they reveal their secret. Atiku said while he was having a town hall meeting with some PDP, some PDP stakeholders, he went on ahead to tell them that, see, you better make sure that PDP wins this election, presidential election. If PDP does not win it, there is no contract for you. Now, so hey, of course, that when that's left the town hall meeting and it is out there in the news, and Nigerians are not having it, are saying a whole lot. I'm saying everything that they are saying, that is what they do. They're dragging for who is going to enter prison first. This one is a thief, this one is a criminal, this one is a this one is a that. Let's not forget that this is who they are. This is who they are. Let's leave all this. It is political season. A lot of things will be here. No, it is not any. I heard one TV host say that, oh, it's just political season. That it is not. I know I see your name on the PCC of the APC presidential candidate. It is not anything. Your candidate na thief. When I just a thief first, left and right. No need coming. You want to say na me talker? No, na Atiku talker. Now go Olam now. Is Atiku that brought it up? Go and meet him. Or come out and defend yourself. Nigerians, if you are yet to get your PVC collection closes in 9 days. In 9 days, Lagos State and some state are already giving like 3 days, 4 days off so that people can go and get their PVCs. Please go and get this. I don't understand. I never tire una. I saw a video yesterday of a fuel truck that's capsized. And look at people scooping fuel. Mabasi, if that thing were to happen where I was, I will go and scoop fuel because my children are in darkness. I've had to park my car because I've been buying black market. They've spoiled my car for me. What is it? We are trying to survive in the country. But the government is not helping us. We are trying to help ourselves. They're still stifling us. Coming out to say they're increasing fuel price when people are already buying. They're coming out to say 185. Since last year, we don't they buy for 250 something, 300, 3 something, 520. And they're coming out today. This is what they're saying. Oh dear. Nigerians. Let us vote out these bad people. Obasanjo just said something. Defending his stand on defending Peter Obi. He said it is only bad Nigerians with bad characters that will support the likes of PDP and APC. No true words have ever been said. Because on what basis? We can't continue like this, so we're not going to fit, though. We're not going to fit, though. Something is about to burst forth in this country. And either they allow it to be done peacefully, because we cannot. No, we can't. If you're just joining us on this broadcast, welcome to our newspaper review. Please take out time to like the broadcast, and to Mr. Chubuza, it's good to have you on the broadcast. I'll come to you in a minute. There's another rating. The country. We have bad leaders. Africans, we have bad leaders, selfish leaders, greedy ones. If Nigeria is the giant of Africa, if we remain so, truly so, then we have to change the status quo. We do. Our African leaders are embarrassment. Let's start with our own. This narrating, this man is having this case again with the police. Another officer was caught. He says he steals cars. He sells stolen cars. He give people intel on where to go steal these cars from. Then he buys the car from them. He buys the car for as much as 100,000 naira, 150,000 naira. Now, when he was interrogated, but you've been caught, you've been arrested before, so why did nothing happen? Why were you not tried and take do some jail time and all of that? He said because they found out that some of these stolen cars are sold to high officers, are sold to high-leveled naval officers. That's why they squashed the case. Now, this man is being arrested again, and we are hearing these things. Today paper no sweet me. We waiting dey happen for the country, no sweet at all. You are going to what you are using your car to go and look for fuel that you will not see. You will go everywhere. At the end of the day, you will not see. You still have to go back to black market that was just at your junction where you don't waste fuel the waka. The things in the papers, they are acting like the people that are reading the papers are not in the country with them. You are acting like the people that are reading these papers are somewhere outside of the country. And the people that are printing these papers, if people are acting like you don't see, so you people put the federal government as against one. Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to the submission of Nigerians regarding this hike in fuel, because I tell you, something is about to happen. And I hope that we can hold to the fort until February, because these people knows, and the brazen nature of APC. I just hope that we very soon you don't have people fighting each other because of who they support. Like, you're just walking on the road and somebody's a supporter of APC. They just punch the person on the field. How can you be a supporter of this government? How can you be? There's an outbreak of a deadly disease, of a killer disease in Kano State. It's called diphtheria. It's a I think it says it's cancer of the throat, but it has killed 25 people so far. NCDC and the Kano State government are working hand in hand with other research groups to put a stop to this, to trace it and see how best to curtail it before spreading out. And I think it's good how the federal government has swiftly swung into this to stop or nip this outbreak. We are dealing with okay, no, we are not dealing with COVID-19. We are not that no measures have been put in place by the federal government. So it's good that they swung into action on this one. All right, so taking all the stories that we have on here, we're moving to another story. Let's see what other story we have here. Vanguard. Our next paper is going to be Vanguard. Have you liked the broadcast? You watch it. If you haven't, please take out time to like the broadcast. All right, thank you. Okay, excuse me. Let's see who is reacting to what story from Daily Trust. Mr. Makirabo, thank you very much. Mr. Makirabo, thank you for your donation. Thank you. Good morning. Welcome to the broadcast. Thank you. Okay. Mr. Makirabo said that don't vex. So say no, I really don't vex, because you cannot be putting these things in the paper and it is not the reality on ground. They are lying. You're lying to the whole world. You're lying to those not in Nigeria. Our prince media are lying. They're not giving us fact as it is. They're not talking for the people. They're speaking for the government. If the government say that no, they know it's enough, because print media know they put them there. You are saying petrol price rising to people are buying for 520. People are buying for 320. This is not pleasing. And every day it gets worse. Every day it gets worse. Every day it gets worse. Let's move on to Vanguard. On Vanguard, we have The first story we have our policemen made me waste 9 years in prison. This is from a 32-year-old student that shared his encounter. On sports, NPFL will produce next Super Eagles goalkeepers, says Shorumu. Federal government increases petrol price to 185 naira per liter. Ex depot price now 167 naira per liter. I mean, 167. Disease outbreak heals 25 in Kano. Elections will make or mar Nigeria, Catholic bishop says. NBA renews call on Olanipekun SAN to resign as BOB chair. All right, and on here, well, Emefiele finally met with the president yesterday in Abuja. And on here we have on presidency why we prefer Obi and Obasanjo. I took the story just a snippet of it. Obasanjo said that. You know what? Asked why he prefers this. They were not even at the same function, just different questions thrown to these people, but the answers are quite similar. Obasanjo said that God would punish him if he doesn't do the right thing. God would punish him if he doesn't do the right thing. That's why he's throwing his weight on Peter Obi, because Peter Obi is the right thing to happen to Nigeria right now. And when the governor of Benue State was asked, he said right now that it is Peter, of all the candidates there, that Peter Obi is the right person to restore Nigeria. He is the right person. That's like every other person. Peter Obi has flaws, he has weaknesses, is human. But when it comes to ruling the nation, helping us, driving us back to the right path, that it is only Peter Obi that can do. And that is why he has thrown his full support on Peter Obi. Yes, federal government doing this to us, increasing petrol price. I tell you, we'll come back to that story. We'll come back to that story. All right. Let's see what other major marketers adjust prices, but queues persist. Also from the papers, it is excuse me. Also from the papers, it is stated here that that they've been given 7 hours span to sell. So you choose the timing yourself, but you have within 7 hours for 4 stations just to curtail traffic. I've been wrapping my head around how this makes sense. When people had the leisure of strolling into the 4 stations, when you close from work or on your nearest availability of time, you're rushing down to the 4 station, you are even going to join a queue. Now, you are now saying within this period of time is the only time you can sell fuel. Abeg, wetin you expect say go happen? Well, I would like to know if this is a good move, because like me, this very much affects me every day. So I would like to know if this is a good move, if this is the best way to go. Usually, on norms, you can just go to the 4 stations and you are hopeful. People go there and wait. They are hopeful that okay, they will open. They get to see products coming, because sometimes you get to see when products come in and they start selling and all that. But now you have a time frame. I tell you, people even go to 4 stations, park their car and go. The story no sweet at all. Oh. Honestly, they're just making life very unbearable. Unbearable over here. Unbearable. I tell you, this false scarcity is becoming a pandemic over here. All right, Catholic bishops have come out to say that Nigerians should vote right, because this election is going to be historic, and that this is going to be very critical, and that the outcome of the election will determine the fate of Nigeria as a country and the fate of Nigerians. And it's true. I mean, it is true. It is very true. We know this. So while we are beseeching INEC to do the needful, if you are here to get your PVC, don't sleep. Go and get your PVC. Vote right. You cannot, APC is not even in the equation. You don't get who they won't bring out. These are people that should be apologizing to us. And then the same people that are telling you to vote for the presidential candidate of APC were the same people that came out in Jonathan's time when they increased petrol price, when they wanted to take out subsidy. This one subsidy deal, and they still increase them. All right. All right. We've taken the story so far on Punch Vanguard. We'll move on to this will be our last paper for the day. Punch, we have here article under fire for no vote, no contract remarks. On 2023, UK, EU, Australia issues security alerts. They've started issuing alerts. Okay, federal government revokes 3,402 mining titles. Explosions rock South APC PDP rallies. Rising petrol price hits 300 naira per liter. All right, slain NSCDC officers' families get automatic employment. And COPS member have been said, COP members need special life insurance for elections. I think all the officers, police officers, to everybody, all lives should matter. UN issues new COVID-19 rules on air travel. I told you on COVID-19, it doesn't look like a problem to us for now. So we are not doing nothing about it. And here on Kano, federal government probes 25 deaths from truth ailments. That's as much as we have on here. We've taken all the stories, every other story. The article coming under fire for telling the people that they should make sure that PDP wins. Because if PDP does not win, there will be no contract for them. All right, Mr. Niger, good day to you, sir. It's good to have you on the broadcast.
Okay, Emma, good morning to you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your good work. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. I thought I should join this broadcast this morning. They talk for my local language, say, when cry come like this, everybody have to cry together, especially when they affect all of us. The situation of Nigeria is getting worse. I just wanted to make this clear, like I've always done on this platform. I wanted to get my ticket just yesterday here to go to Nigeria. Although, for privacy reason, I will keep that away. But what I'm trying to say right now, when you see situation like this in Nigeria, and we come out every day and talk, you see one or two person, we come to this same platform or other platform to castigate us. Tell me how God not fit to punish you. No, just tell me. If you are part of those people supporting this satanic government, applying emotions to it, tell me why God not go punish you and your generation. Because the suffering in Nigeria right now is unbearable. It's unbearable. My friend went to Nigeria last week. Just from airport to go house, he's saying he already spent 95,000 naira. Taxi, this, that. Just to open key, come down from airport, from your airport to house, you don't spend 95,000 naira. Now I say, depend on the person. Some people still tell you say they don't spend 300,000. If we have to go to the lowest spending from Lagos, from airport to go house, there is no way you will not spend a minimum of 20,000 naira. Abi, you want carry luggage enter a bus? Now taxi you carry, Nabi. The situation in Nigeria is unbearable, my people. But do you know the beautiful part of it? The only beautiful part of this whole situation that we all are facing right now, because we still have the power to change the situation. Or the 25th of February is around the corner. It's not up to you. Don't worry. If you are part of the people supporting these people, if you succeeded by, God forbid, you succeeded in putting them back in power, people will be stoning you. People go, they swear for you and your family and your generation, because people are facing pains, excruciating pain, suffering in Nigeria. We should say it realistically. We in diaspora, in case you don't know, we are 75%, if not more, the backbones of the people in Nigeria. Go do your findings. 80%, like in my state, 80% of the houses in Edo State, person they abroad for that house. Out of that 80%, I promise you, say 70% are consistent, sending money home. Maybe now only 10%. Now they smoke Morocco for abroad. We know the same money go house. Listen, guys, we can't continue like this. When we talk, you attack us like we don't have other things to do. We can't. We cannot. There's no way you can justify this suffering. There's no way. That's why you see the other day, Henry, I thrown him out of this platform. Anybody that is justifying killings, raping, suffering, any kind of pains that we all are facing in Nigeria, you don't deserve to be part of this platform. Even though only 2 persons they watch us, we are cool. I'm not doing this, let's make money. I'm doing this because I want my voice to go far. I want to be remembered for something, just like Mr. Peter Obi. Mr. Peter Obi yesterday, when Madam H.O. was in his show, after all the talking, he responded by saying, listen, guys, I ruled Anambra State. Go and verify. No penny intake for them. He went as far as saying they brought documents to him to sign to be collecting pension, and he refused it. Let me ask you now, you satanic Tinubu supporter that is watching me right now, your principal refused that pension. Till tomorrow, your principal, your satanic APC and PDP are still collecting this pension in the midst of the suffering Nigerians. When we talk, they'll say, no, what are you saying? You don't know anything. It's so fortunate. The same way I'm privileged to have a platform today, using my platform to help others, there are more Nigerians that have same platform. In fact, many of them are bigger than us. But when you go to their platform, what are they saying? Either they are embracing tribalism, they are embracing religionism, or rather using their platform to practice nepotism. All of them have collected money left or right. What do you expect once you've collected money, my people? If Peter Obi pay us for now, let's say Peter Obi paid us, and Imana get to know, say Peter Obi pay me, and she's here shouting every day, me not tell him, she will be the one to expose me. In case you don't know, Ima can expose me on one broadcast, then she will leave, she will not come back here anymore. With facts. Say, no, I'm working with this man. My people, we hear say CCCs after she have verified. Listen, there's what we call footprints. What do you want to be remembered for? I've been asking this for so long. If you die today, how you say me that they remember you and your children, or maybe your wife if you marry? How do you want people to describe you? The suffering. Now, listen, there's blackouts in the whole Nigeria right now. Do you know the substitute, right? The alternative. When there is no light, the only hope is to use generator. Or rather, the only option is to use generator, right? Now, there is no fuel, no petrol. To get in black market is about 800 to 700 naira per liter. To get in fuel station now is about 3 to 400 naira per liter. And it's still not easy to get it. And we are here deceiving ourselves. Especially, it's so painful, especially those of us that live in the diaspora, who support these same people that cause you pains. So much to that extent, you run out of Nigeria. You jackpot, like they normally say. See our life. The only man now that we are not saying is a saint. Nobody say Peter Obi na God now. But he's the only hope right now. The only hope. The only hope. The only person we can hold accountable. Say, okay, for now we go put you in. But immediately we go checkmate you. Una they say no. Make una die for suffer. I've never seen this kind of thing before in my life. Person go they give you sugar. You say no. I not go eat sugar. Give me pain. Give me pain. That's what we are saying right now. If not because of stupidity, do we suppose to go extra miles to convince you for the thing that will put smile on your face? Do we suppose? It's painful, man. It's so sad. I thought I should come into this show. We are going to be analyzing this by 5 p.m. holistically. The suffering in Nigeria is too much. We are every day talking. If we miss Peter Obi, my people, you see the kidnapping and everything when they see so, una go see worse. It's the fact. Una go see worse. A lot is going on in Nigeria right now, to the extent that the responsible ones are gradually becoming irresponsible. If you ask them, they'll say, I'm sorry, not my fault. You see married women now, don't worry, we'll be talking about that tomorrow. We'll be talking about how this situation have affected married women and married men. In fact, how the situation have affected single men and single women. A lot is affecting everybody. When I say make they clap for them, now APC you want, now PDP you want. If not stupidity, if a neutral person come out today, say, I'm just neutral, you don't know me before, between me and Tinubu and Atiku, who you want? Will you still choose Tinubu and Atiku over a neutral person who you don't know before? So they say the devil you know is better than the agent. No, this situation, no. Don't just try it. Don't. It's sad. We can't continue like this. We can't continue like this. If you are privileged today, you have the money, you live abroad, or even though you live in Nigeria, though I categorize everybody that lives in Nigeria, both rich and poor, as poor. It's the fact. Because whenever I'm in Nigeria, I'm suffering. I'm telling you the fact. Even though I'm privileged more than many, now still suffer. As I hear the talk, so one thing go you're off. Stress. You can't say, why this thing can't take off now? What did they happen? Then stress go your starts. Just to drive out of your house to the next place, stress. Everything about Nigeria is stress. It's stress. We can't continue like this, so we can't continue like this. Thank you very much, my people. Now, I go end my story. Ima, back to you.
Thank you very much for coming in, Mr. Niger, for joining your voice in this matter. Okay, my people, as Mr. Niger rightly said, when things like this, we all have to join our voices. We have to speak up regarding issues and kick down. Let's take a few reactions from, when this happened during Jonathan's regime. We had the likes of, look at these people. He said, kill corruption, not Nigerians. When Jonathan there was wanted to take off subsidy. This is what look at the new chairman. Look at that Onoche, look at that there. At 140 9 carry rally. They called out different they organized for nationwide rally. 140 more like 419. These people have kept mute during this period. We've not heard anything from any of these people. Just to look at them, and they are still the same ones brazenly ruling the regime. Look at, after all these things that they did, look at what they've given to Nigerians. This is this is what they have to offer to Nigerians. As they are still the same ones campaigning for APC to continue power. For somebody who is incoherent in even his speech. See, when people say don't talk down on Tinubu, don't use his health again, why should they not use it? Why is family members allowing him to be embarrassed that way? If his wife will allow him to be embarrassed that way, to go and embarrass himself out there like that, if his children are sitting down because they want to enjoy the title, the position, they're allowing their father to go and be doing rubbish out there, embarrassing himself. This is somebody who had the wisdom. Yes. But he doesn't have it anymore. Give it to age, give it to health, whatever it is you want to attribute it to. Tinubu is embarrassing himself out there. What is blah blah? What is that? What is that? It should not be remembered that way. Imagine Tinubu has become a laughing stock. Now Tinubu they use do meme now, and his family cannot say enough is enough. Put a stop to the embarrassment. They are pushing it, and you are telling Nigerians. Let's take a few reactions before we hear from our panelists. This is from Tim Chooks. Tim Chooks says, a fearless government who doesn't care nor send our citizen the worst in history. And Masad says, increase what to what? Where does fuel sell for 186 naira in this country? That is 186. Even this new price though that federal government just stated 186. Who has ever bought 186 that did not stand on the queue at NNPC for 4 or 6 or 8 hours? And it goes on to say, did you people buy the fuel you use to power your printing machines to print this rubbish 185 naira? Honestly, I mean, when you will have this print media, kickback, as you are having it there, that federal government stated that what is happening, go take on investigations. Punch used to do better. Please do better. Do much. Print media, every kind of media should do much better to bring to Nigerians what is happening. Don't just take what our leaders are saying and pasting it there. No wonder they know there's a year waiting the apple for Nigeria. Then they claim they know the year waiting the apple for Nigeria. Let's take just one more reaction. This says the price of petrol is sold in which country, please? Okay, now I mean, if you are in Nigeria, you will be angered by this. The fact that you are buying at an exorbitant price, and then the fact that we are left most times to buy from black markets, and now you have to be fixing from your car to your generator or to whatever device you are using this. It's costing us. People are going crazy. People are losing it. People are hopeless before their children. People are staying in darkness. Not even because they cannot even provide, because they not even see. And some, yes, it is too exorbitant, they cannot provide because fuel is not the only thing that has a hike. Every other thing. Oh, everything. I know Mr. Niger said a friend of his left from the airport to the island, and he said about night. You would think he is just putting price. It go shock you. We'll take one more. This is from Water, says the worst government ever in the history of country. APC never again. Cultivator says the 300 where will they buy? Where that's one from? Okay. And another person says that not before waiting Tinubu say we go buy 15 naira, I mean 16 naira during Baba Bubu time. So if the things that the likes of Tinubu had sworn on his integrity, yes, it was on his integrity that Buhari came in, or he elected, or he supported Buhari. It was on his integrity. And if it on his integrity, Buhari's regime has failed this woefully, please tell me why you, a sane thinking, a sound-minded, a good person that is not under any kind of demonic attack, will still want to vote for this same Tinubu? Why? And this same article that has stood, or he has shown us that he is there for religious killing, blasphemy, and all. I mean, come on. These two people represent the things that are happening in the country right now. Why are we not moving ourselves away from these people? Nigerians, we have to do better. Oh. We really have to do better. When I never see Shege, why should you trust what he's saying? Why? The same article that is saying in one place, telling his people that if they don't vote for him, there will be no contract, nobody is getting those kind of jobs. So people should vote for him so that they can get contracts, so that it will favor them. How about doing things that will favor the whole Nigeria? Honestly, living what I asked Mr. Nigeria, every other person, I don't know Peter Obi, nothing, I don't, but I'm supporting him because of the kind of things he said. You will never hear him say personalized things. It's talking for Nigerians. He would not say vote for me because, no. Let's leave the political season. This that these people are saying, these are the kind of people that they are. And then when they get in power, we expect to see less. All the akara we Tinubu and Osinbajo fried during election, all the fire wey dem use sit down go fry that akara, now that shege, that fire, now they show us now. People, we can't continue like this, please. Please, we cannot continue. Get your PVC if you are yet to. In 9 days' time, our PVC collection will come to a close. So please do well to get your PVC. Thank you very much. That's all we have on our newspaper review today. We are open to submissions right about now. Mr. Chibuzo, thank you for the wait. It's good to have you on the broadcast. Let's hear from you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Emma. Thank you. Good day, everyone. Good day, everybody listening and panelists. Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch. I just want to add on some few things that concern these politicians, especially the northern politicians that we have in this electoral participation. If you watch all their comments, all these northern politicians, the way they are conversing their way through, you can see that they don't understand that Nigerians have moved forward. They think that Nigerians still remain those doormat, those doormat that they will come and they just tell them whatever they want to say and we will buy it. But they don't know that social media today have made Nigerians more wiser, more clever, more understanding how politics play and how government propel their participation in this thing, in leadership. So if you watch the comment Atuku keep on making, that's to show you how the quality of illiteracy they have in their political field. These are the people who say that we know politics more than anybody in Nigeria. But when you look at their level of comment, you can see that they are still behind. These are not politicians. These are actually people who just want to come to power and destroy Nigerian ambitions. Because I have made a lot of research looking at all the comments all these people are making. You can see that this social media, Atuku mentioned that the Northerners are not in. That is to show you that they don't understand that the Nigerians who are into social media, they can be educated through social media. They can do a lot through social media. Look at the time Kwankwaso was saying that he's an engineer, he's and this, but forgetting that people can research him immediately and prove him right or wrong immediately. And I was happy that immediately the result came in, and they look at the type of engineering and the type of school that he engaged himself into, that is making him so proud that he say he's an engineer, and making all kind of sentimental comments into our political arena. So the Northerners, they forgot that this election today have taken a new turn, that we don't believe in the sentimental talk. What we believe in, the reality of the show, because the suffer is real. It's not about, it's not a spiritual suffer we're suffering. We're suffering reality suffering here. Look at what you're just saying, the petrol price. The petrol is not even in the pump, in the filling station. People need to queue and spend a lot of time trying to get their vehicle filled up. And this is a country that produce petrol. This is the same country. Some few individuals, they have hijacked the oil wells, hijack all kind of resources that we have in Nigeria, and these are those parts of their structures they don't want to dismantle, because they know that if the new government who have good ambition came into power, they will dismantle all of them. So the kind of politics the Northerners are playing, there is an old politics. But today, social media have educated some of us, those who are into social media. We understand now that no, before, if I was not in social media, I hear Pankwaso say that I'm an engineer, I would be thinking that he's a very high profile person. But when you look at him from the beginning of his political career, you can see that because of the northern power, that is why he rise to power. Because if you look at the merit, if you work properly, he's not even he does not merit any of his positions. But because of those monopoly they have in the north, they can be able to manipulate the system, and they get all kind of certificate they want to get, and they become wherever they are today, and they are boasting on it. And this is the same man who cannot be able to make a very single research as a developer. Because when you are an engineer, you become a developer, you start things from scratch. You know, make sure that you invented something that nobody have ever done before. But he just acquired it as a career and boast for it and said, nobody is educated more than me. What do you mean by education? He doesn't even know the meaning of education. Education, everybody is educated. Even a madman on the street is educated, because education means the kind of what type of area are you educated on? Because I remember a doctor can go to a bicycle repairer for his bike to be repaired. The bicycle repairer is educated in that field. Then a bicycle repairer can go to the doctor for his health. The doctor is educated in that field. So everybody just is educated. But when you talk about physical appliances, then that is where our tax now will come in. So whatever you claim, you must prove it. It's not about paperwork. Anybody can acquire that degree, but without any efficiencies, that degree is nothing. So you study engineer, what are you doing in a political field? Because when you are into politics, politics is all about making money to the society that you are going to govern, making sure their life and property are well secured, they live better, and discuss about matters. This is politics. It's not about degree. Politics is not about degree. But to look at the kind of people that we are trying to insert in power, and these are people who are using sentiment, tribe, into their political comments, and and we are hoping them or are vying for them to become a leader of Nigeria. Believe me, these are people who are not making any good sense to all Nigerians. Or anything they are saying is all about keeping Nigeria suffering, making their clowns to inherit their position so that they will not go down, because they know what they have done. They have done a lot of harm to Nigerians, and that is why they are trying to stand there and cling to power so that nobody can be able to bring them down. But thank you that social media today can be able to prosecute anybody, bring everybody to online, and make sure that everybody, people who understand what social media is and the truth, they can be able to see everything in life and direct. So what they have been doing before was an illiteracy kind of politics, but today the reality of politics have hit them, and that is why you see they misyanning, they are talking all kind of things that does not make sense. They don't even know where to grab their hands
All right.
and make sure they convince Nigerians to vote for them. That's why they are using all kind of sentimental talk and make sure that they dissemble all kind of arm that can support P2B. Well, let me stop it there. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Chibuzo, thank you for that submission. Let's move on quickly to Brother Nice. Brother Nice, good morning to you, sir. Welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, good morning, Miss Ima. Thanks for having me. Good morning to my people on the comment section, those on the platform. Shalom, everyone. Yeah, just as the previous callers have said, all these our politicians that is vying for that seat, majority of them, they are not going there for the betterment of Nigeria and Nigerians. They just see their place as a place where they can amass wealth. You understand? So that is the reason why you see many of them, when they leave from a governor, they become a senator. So they are just changing post in the government sector, so that they can amass wealth. That is the only place where they can find those kind of wealth they desire. They have a very big appetite for Nigerian wealth, and the only place they can get that kind of money it is when they are in power, because they cannot go into farming and get amass those kind of wealth. It's not possible. None of them, they don't even have the brain of business, as Peter Obi do. So that is why you see them, when they finish from governor, they will become a senator. From senator, they will become a House of Rep. So they just see that place as an opportunity to amass wealth. They are not going there for the betterment of you and I. So that is the kind of politician we have in Nigeria. So until we understand this, to vote competent leader. You see, when Peter Obi was talking yesterday, he always talked about compassion. Someone that have compassion for his people and the country is very important. It's not just be a politician is not enough. Somebody that have compassion, that can see his people suffering, he will say, no, I won't allow this to continue. I will do my best to make sure that these people live better than this. That is where compassion come in. That is where fear of God come in. You understand? So not all these clueless people are people who have jihadist mind. That they believe in, if they don't see, they want to see killings. They want to see the bloodshed of Nigerians. If you go and vote this kind of people, it is finished. So it's just like that. This thing, APC ticket now that is coming. APC ticket that is coming. Just imagine this kind of people become president after Buhari. Just imagine what Nigeria will become. Just imagine. Or the article that always talk about a religious sentiment, saying things about religious, and don't vote these other tribes. Tribalism. Don't imagine these people come in. So this is the place where this is the thing that we Nigerians need to think of. It's a shame that many Nigerians are still clamoring for these two parties. These two parties don't supposed to be there today telling us that they are still contesting. These two parties supposed to be coming out today to apologize to Nigeria for what they have done to Nigerians, for what they have made us pass through in that country. They're supposed to be apologizing, not to come out to contest anymore. You understand? So, as some Nigerians, all those gullible Nigerians are still there, running around the street because they collect some few money from these people. They want to sell their future to them again, So, you see, I told you the last time, I told you, I said there was some Kenyans that were remembering Nigeria. They said, what is the name of that country? That country does not have light. That country where they don't have a stable light. That is how they always remember Nigeria. you know. So this is the symbol these Nigerian politicians have put us, you know. So other countries making mockery of Nigerians and Nigeria, you know. So our leaders have done us a lot of harm. This is the time now we have to correct this. If we made mistake, we don't correct this today. If we made this mistake, it's going to take us almost about 50 years again to correct this. So that is why I'm pleading to Nigerians. Please get your PVC and vote Peter Obi. There is no two ways about it. If you made this mistake, you don't vote Peter Obi to rescue Nigeria from where Nigeria is right now. Huh. My people, we will not be. I don't just understand. If anything happened in Nigeria today, you see all these neighboring countries that will feel the heat. Do you know the population of Nigeria? Nigeria that will be running to Ghana, different country, and those people will start insulting Nigerians. It's just like that in what we did to them that time. Ghana must go. That is what other countries will be doing to Nigeria. Just imagine if Atiku or Tinubu become president of that country, the way Nigerians will be running to other small country in Africa, and those people will take advantage of that. They will start insulting Nigerians, treating Nigerians badly in their country. So just imagine all those things. What will happen? You know, just listen to what Sister Ima is saying right now. Darkness. A country that produces petrol. The six producing petrol in the world don't have petrol, don't have fuel. Not be juju with that. Venezuela self, neighboring country, they go Venezuela, go they thief petrol. The Colombians are all. Then they go they buy a cheaper chico because they have petrol, Sarah, you know, to the extent that other neighboring countries, they are going there to steal petrol. This same Nigeria now, where the citizens don't have petrol to buy, other neighboring countries are coming to Nigeria to steal petrol every day. They are coming there to steal fuel every day. So just imagine what will happen. Let me leave it right there, my people. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Brother Nice. Thank you for that submission. Let's give a shout out to those on the comment section. D.A. Osadolo, greetings to you too. Thank you for being on this broadcast with us. Thank you very much. Samuel Olaka. Samuel says this format for Nigeria is so embarrassing to a nation. How can a nation that has so much oil be selling fuel at a high price? This is totally unacceptable. This shows Nigeria is too corrupt. All right, Mommy Diaspora says, yes, the suffering is just too much. Our leaders have turned every citizens to become criminal-minded, all for survival. My people, we can't continue like this. Go get your PVC and vote Labour Party, Mama, Papa, Pekin. And Chukwuemeka, it's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you very much. Chukwuemeka is sending the punishment of God to some set of people. Joshua John, good morning to you too. Amar John Kingsley, I'm doing okay. How you doing? Yes, happy weekend. Thank you. Thank you for being on here. Mr. Makirabo, thank you for calming me down. Thank you. Larry Obi, good morning to you. How you doing? It's good to have you on here. Thank you very much, Mr. Makirabo. Thank you for your show of love, for your support. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Thank you. And to everyone on this broadcast, a big thank you to you, like Osage Daddy. Thank you for being here. Osagovo, thank you for being on this broadcast. And you watching, I hope you've taken out time to like the broadcast. If you are yet to, please take out time to like the broadcast. Do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on your notification bell so you get notified every time that we go on live. Join our membership. But please like the broadcast. All right, let's move on to our panelists. Oh, Brother Nice, you want to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to say this.
Okay.
You know, it's because of this hardship that Nigerians are facing. That is why there is a lot of all this kind of crime that we are hearing today. You know, all this criminality, kidnapping, robbery. You know, S-men, this kind of all kind of, even to the extent that when you hear these people are sleeping with dogs and all that, it's because of this hardship. All those kind of evil that is going on, you know, it's because of this hardship. We never heard of this kind of thing before in Nigeria. You know, people sleeping with animal just for survival. It's because of the hardship in the land. Just imagine if this Tinubu and Atiku then come in as the president again. Don't imagine what will happen again. You know, using people for ritual and all that. So we need to do everything to make sure that we decrease this suffering. If not, the kind of evil that will become Nigeria. Oh God, I just pray that we find a solution for this. Nigerians should vote the right person. If not, we will not have a place to call home. Thank you.
All right, brother Nice. Thank you for chipping that in. Okay, yeah, let's move on to Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins, good day to you. It's good to have you on here. Let's hear from you, sir.
Yeah, good day to everyone. Good day to Mr. Chibozo, Brother Nice, and Sister Emma as well. Good morning to you. I don't want to, when you listen to what is happening in Nigeria, I think for me, I would see it as an embarrassment with the level, the system we find ourselves in Nigeria. In this election, there are so many things that are involved in this election. I keep saying it. This election will determine the fate of Nigeria, the kind of people in Nigeria, the character of people living in Nigeria. That is what this election is all about, because it's this election will determine if Nigeria people are really functioning very well. Because in this situation we find ourselves, are we talking about the inflation in everything, the inflation in education, inflation in infrastructure, inflation in economy, inflation in everything? Then this election, not only that we are voting for P2B, it's not only P2B that we are voting. We are voting for ourselves. If we are voting for P2B, you're also voting for yourself. This election is going to determine the future of Nigeria. It's only in Nigeria that you are forcing people to do the right thing, things that will help them, things that will elevate them, things that will break that will liberate them from every shackle. It's only in Nigeria that you force people to do that. The only thing in other countries force people is only to when they force you to just try to move you from doing something bad. But it's in Nigeria, you try to force people, as in force them to do the right thing. That shows you how the level, as in where we find ourselves today, to show you the kind of level Nigeria is now. Because the people you vote in office reflect the kind of people you are. If you vote a criminal, reflect the same, as in it will reflect the kind of person you are. If we appoint a criminal in your company, reflect who you are. If we appoint anything, so if Nigeria keep voting this pattern, if they keep doing whatever they are doing, they are holding themselves. They are holding themselves in everywhere. They are holding themselves in insecurity. They are holding themselves in economy. They are holding themselves in health sector. They are holding themselves in it. They are holding themselves. So this election is when people talk about, I don't know how, and somebody that called himself a human being, because there's something that I remember there is something Nande Carlo said before this problem started. He said it's easy for person to control animal than to control Nigeria. It's easy for somebody to control animal. Sorry to use that, to control animal. You know, when animal to control animal, it's easy for person to control animal than to control Nigeria citizen. And when he said that, people think maybe Nandi is insulting people. He's not insulting anybody, but he just told you how things is in Nigeria. Because how can you tell me that this level we find ourselves, somebody that lived in Nigeria for 80 years, for this past 80 years, he experienced the insecurity, he experienced the inflation, he experienced everything that is happening to him in Nigeria. And that the same person will come out and say, vote for APC, vote for PDP. Then you ask yourself, is this person really functioning? To cram it all, then you now see Nigeria who is living in the diaspora. That person that wake up, he see light and he see everything. The same person who said vote for PDP and APC. You now begin to ask, is this in a cause? Is this in a generational cause or something? What is wrong with these people? So when you begin to see what is happening in Nigeria, you now begin to ask yourself that this election, I said to my brother yesterday, I said, this election, if APC and PDP happen to merge in this election, that will show you the level Nigeria is. That will determine the kind of people that is living in Nigeria. Some people said, if I keep telling people that the worst people that is contributing the problem that is facing Nigeria is those ones that call themselves that they're educated people. The educated people are the problem that Nigeria have because they don't use their they don't use their knowledge in something good. The reason you went to school is for you to come out and also to educate those that didn't even went to school. But in Nigeria, you now find out that those ones that don't even near school gate are the one using those ones that went to school. Using them as in sending. It's only in Nigeria. P2B said yesterday, you have spoke people coming out to speak for somebody. Then you see somebody who called himself a professor will come out and speak for somebody who don't even attend to school. Then you now ask yourself, what stopped that person to even go and contest for that seat? When we keep voting illiterate into office, we will keep receiving all this kind of treatment. Nigeria will keep going back until we start to voting people that matters, people that cares for Nigeria, people that have passion for Nigeria, people that have support for Nigeria. But when we keep voting this pattern system that we keep electing leaders, we are not going anywhere. We are not going to make any progress. Look at that woman yesterday that spoke to Peter Obi yesterday. That woman speak from like speaking for every Nigeria. She's speaking for every Nigeria at that moment. That moment, that woman like speaking for average Nigeria, no matter who you are. I said, I said my brother here that if you give me billions of naira for me to go and live in Nigeria, and they give me ₦1 million to stay where I am, as in I should be, as in everything, this is be my everything, and here this year will become my permanent home. I will take that ₦1 million and stay here than for me to take that 1 billion and go back to Nigeria and you still facing problem. Because in Nigeria, you wake up in Nigeria, you are not sure of your life. You don't know accident happen in Nigeria frequently. If you're not thinking about accident, you are thinking about your village people. If you're not thinking about your village people, you are thinking about kidnapping. If you're not thinking about kidnapping, you are thinking about Boko Haram. If you're not thinking about Boko Haram, you are thinking about police brutality. If you're not thinking about police brutality, you are thinking about soldier beating you. If you're not thinking about police soldier beating you, so many things can kill you. I think so many things can kill people in Nigeria. The level of people that died in Nigeria, if normal thing, as in 100% of them will still be alive in the normal country. They will still be alive because in Nigeria, if you are dying in Nigeria, hospital will not accept you until you pay anything. People die in so many things that happen in Nigeria. People just and it become a normal thing because it's not become a normal thing. Somebody will die, everybody will jump and pass. I remember before, when I was very little, if you hear that somebody died, the whole village will be very quiet. Everywhere will be very quiet. But in Nigeria, now, it's a normal thing because the leaders don't care. And the same Nigerian citizens who are passing, to be honest, I said people that are living in abroad are more serious of, as in things that happen in Nigeria affecting people in abroad than people that live in Nigeria. Then you ask yourself, what is wrong with these people? Sometimes I begin to ask myself, do they need to take all of them to mortuary or to try to examine if their brain is functioning or what? How can somebody with this Buhari regime, people look at the currency in Nigeria, look at the petrol. I used to travel from Owerri to Lagos, 2,500, and that 2,500 that is this Hummer bus, a brand new Hummer bus. That is the morning first bus, 2,500. This was 2016. 2016, 2,500. That's a brand new Hummer bus. You enter. God is good or young. Brand new bus. But now you can't make that journey now. You cannot make that journey. And somebody will still come out and say APC, PDP. Oh my God. To be honest, if P2B, if anything happen, which I believe is not going to happen, but if anything happen, trust me, I've already made my plan, already begin to call my brother, get ready, try to, once I begin, because there won't be, like Mr. Brother Nice said here, what is going to happen in Nigeria? We are just, you see this Buhari 8 years, the next 8 years is going to be like 4 times what is going to happen in Nigeria, 4 times, even 10 times what is going to happen in Nigeria. And those people that is living in Nigeria, you now saw somebody, what is the reason you are voting for Tinubu? They can't even give you reason why they are voting for Tinubu. If it's a very country that is functioning well, APC and PDP don't have any grant to campaign. They don't even have any grant to contest for election because you don't have anything to say to people. What are you bringing to people that vote to me? This is what I'm going to do. Because I have given you a chance for 8 years. 8 years, I gave you a chance for 8 years and it couldn't prove anything. PDP, I gave you a chance for 16 years. It couldn't do anything. So what changed now that you want me to give you another chance of another 4 years? What are you going to bring? What are you bringing on board? Because I have given you 8 years of my life. You know, when somebody invested 8 years of my life, he just wasted it, and you not expect me to give you another 4 years or another 8 years, because we know that once you win election in Nigeria, you are going to lose that 8 years. So look at all these things that's happening in Nigeria. And tomorrow somebody will come out and say we should hold the Western accountable. Is the British, is the West people that cause what is happening? Are you crazy? Are they the one that are forcing you to elect this kind of people? You are the one that voted them. You are the one. No matter how hungry you are, can't you sacrifice that day? That is only one day. Only a day in your life will make a different in Nigeria, will change Nigeria. Because a nation is only voted for one day. Can't you be able to hold yourself for that one day? Do fasting for one day. Can't you do fasting? If you have been doing fasting for, if a pastor can tell you to do fasting, or a dibia tell you to do fasting, or a Muslim person tell you to do fasting, can't you do a fasting that day, 25th of February? Can't you do a fasting that day? Say, no matter any money you're offering me today, I'm not taking this fasting. I'm doing fasting today. Can't they declare a fasting in Nigeria to that 25th of February? Because only one day, that day don't change the history of Nigeria. Because whatever decision you make that day, change the decision of Nigeria for the past 4 years. So I don't know what is wrong with Nigeria, to be honest. I'm telling you that this election will determine if Nigeria people is really functioning or they are not functioning. Because if somebody is functioning, I don't see any reason why that person will vote APC or vote for PDP. But if they are functioning very well, they have no choice. Before, Nigeria don't have choice. You only give PDP and APC. So we vote the same thing because you don't have choice. But now, Nigeria, you have choice. You have choice now. You have given an option because you don't have any schools, because people used to give all those silly schools because it's still APC and PDP. Now, what do you expect me to do? Now you have a choice. P2B is the only presidential candidate is telling you that if you find anything wrong about me, come and tell me. I will resign. Nobody, no politician will say that. As no politician, even in the world, will say that kind of a thing. If you find out any wrong thing about me, come here and I will step down. P2B is the only thing. What else do you want P2B to prove to you? What else again? What sign do you want God to give to you? You people have been praying for God, go to church and say, God, God, God. And when God answered those prayers, you will still find it difficult. That is why people in Nigeria, they will be there. You ask them to take drugs. They say, no, let's go to church and pray for it. At the end of the day, somebody will, because God has given you a solution. That is why we have doctors, we have hospitals. So, but in Nigeria, they will see a sign, but they will refuse to see that sign. So, what sign again do you want God to give you? But tomorrow you go to church again. On Sunday, you go to church, say, God, what I'm suffering. You are the one putting yourself in that suffering. Are we not tired of praying? It's only in Nigeria you go to church by 6 o'clock, by 10 o'clock, you close by 6 o'clock. What are you doing there? What are you doing there? You go to the mosque, what are you doing there? Are you the only person, even here in the mosque society, people don't go to mosque anyhow. But in Nigeria, you see people, they will stuck in the mosque, they will stuck in the church. Because of the situation Nigeria is, because of how Nigeria find themselves. So what stop your praying and do the work? Can't you put a work by putting that work by voting this election? Vote right people. Some people will come out on television and be saying, this, giving. What reason are you giving? Tell me what Tinubu, in your office, can you employ Tinubu to manage your office? So if you don't wish that to yourself, how can you wish that to Nigeria? That is why I say Nigeria are the most wicked people on planet. Africa, black race, they are the most wicked people, including me. We are very greedy because we are very greedy. That is why the white people be able to capture us, because we are greedy. We sold our own people with everything because of greediness. That darkness in us. So, and we are still using that darkness. So tell me the reason why somebody will not vote for you. Saw somebody that's telling you that look at what I'm going to do. If this happen, hold me accountable. Tape what I'm doing. P2B is telling you, tape it, as in tape it. Don't even write it. Tape it, so that tomorrow you hold me accountable for it. Which politician is telling you that? No politician. And you saw all these things. You still want Mr. Najawa to come and force P2B, to force you, take you and force you P2B. You want me to force you to give you P2B, something that will benefit you. You want me to come and force you on something that will benefit you. You want me to come and put your neck in as a must vote P2B. Why should I force you? Because this is something that is going to benefit you, something that go. Are you not tired of suffering? Like Williams said, are Nigeria not tired of suffering? It's like this suffering is sweet them. It's like this suffering now begin to it's now become a normal to Nigerian people. All this you both get, you don't want get them. School, you don't want go school, you don't want drive car, you don't want get, you wake up in the morning, here now, if somebody owns a car, nobody cares because you can buy it. If you wake up in the morning, you go to a car company and say you want a car, they will just give you that car. It's on your mortgage. You can drive any kind of car you want to drive. Look at yesterday, the prime minister in news here, this country, stepped down yesterday. He's going to step down February 10th. Tell me Nigeria pay because she said she don't have any other thing to offer. Can somebody in Nigeria do that?
That
No.
was a reading. Oh,
Africa
wow.
cannot.
Ha,
You
you go
understand?
tell Mr. Collins, thank you
Look
very
at
much for your
look at the
Please
Cameroon
round up your
president.
submission
That
so
is
we
see
can
that
move on.
The Cameroon president that even dying. He
Mr.
don't
Collins,
want to resign in office. Yeah.
Mr. Collins. Okay, please round up your
Yeah.
submission.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay.
All right, thank you for that. Thank you for your submission. Chooks, thank you. I see your comments on there, and you said something yesterday that with everything happening right now in Nigeria, if I think how best one can raise their kids without them turning into what they are into. That's reacting to the copper that stabbed reacting to the secondary school student that stabbed a copper on his head. That's really, really, really did hit me. And you are back here with this. Okay. Joke says if Obi win, Buhari's boys might stop tormenting Nigeria. However, after Obi, Fulani elites will send their boys to bring Nigeria back to Nigeria. Will bring Nigeria back to Nigeria. Buhari left it, and they will continue their agenda. Let's see how that plays out. I don't think so, actually. I mean, after Obi, we would want to do better. Yes. I think after Obi, we would want to do better. Even while Obi is still there, we're already having better people in place. That's what I think, and that's what I hope. All right, let's move on to Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles, welcome to the broadcast. Please, let's do 3 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Emma. Honestly, I've been listening. Honestly, sometimes. Hello?
Mr. Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well, loud and clear.
I think, I don't know if I've said Happy New Year to you this year. I think this is the first time you're joining my broadcast this year.
I'm not sure if I have joined your broadcast this year.
Thank you for joining today.
I've been busy. I've not been chance to, join for a long time. So what I was saying,
Mr. Charles, please, if you can hear Mr. Charles, please let me know. I don't seem to hear him.
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
All right, please go on. I can hear you too.
Okay. Like what I'm saying, when I look at what is happening in Nigeria and how this election is going, I really cry. I do cry for my people in Nigeria because I know Peter Obi is not like a regular politician who will maybe lose and come back next time. It's not that kind of politician. So I think Nigerians, they should think. They should look inward. They should use their brain because if they lose this opportunity, honestly, they are crying that Buhari this, Buhari that. What they will see will be worse than what they are seeing now because I know that Tinubu has no intention of any good thing for Nigeria. He just wants his name to be on that space. I was once a president of Nigeria, nothing else. But Atiku has lost a lot. He has spent a lot in this election. We can when we look back, we can see how many times this Atiku have contested election in Nigeria, and this is money he has been spending. But everyone who is supporting Atiku, I think the person doesn't have brain, because you should sit down and think and ask yourself, why is this person contesting? What good does he have for us? What can he offer? Even if he has going to look at how many times has this man contested and how much each election cost. You look at it and look at Obi. Obi has nothing to lose. If he lose, he just go his way. And there's something Obi said at Chatham House, which I think every Nigerian should be. This is what they should be talking about now. these politicians, every 4 years, they can use ethnicity, use religion, use the. At the end of the day, when they got into that position, the same people, they use religion, they use ethnicity, they use all manner of things to get their vote. They forgot them. And after they have forgotten them, after 4 years, they came back with the same thing. And people are keep on listening to them each time, because as soon as Obi said that thing at the certain house, I was like, wow, this is a man who thinks beyond what many people are not thinking. But Nigerians, it's up to them. If they're suffering, if they love it, if suffering has become part of life, if suffering has become a normal thing in Nigeria, it's up to them. They can continue taking 4,000, taking bag of salt, taking bag of rice, taking clothes, taking matches for 4 years. I listened to the woman that spoke yesterday at the AY show. He asked Obi, there was something I wanted. If I had the opportunity, I would ask Obi the same thing, and even more than that. Because as a politician, I would have asked him, 4 years, all these politicians, before they become whatever they become, they were not rich. After 4 years or 8 years, they become stinkingly rich. What is he gonna do about that? Because you can't tell me somebody who was maybe a salary earner. We know that before he became a local government chairman or governor, he was driving one car, maybe one house or two. His children are living normal life. All of a sudden, after 8 years, this man becomes stinkingly rich. How much was he? How much is his salary? How much does he earn that made him to become this rich? And they ask him, what is he gonna do about it? Will this continue? All these things are the things that if I have the opportunity to ask him, I will ask him the same question like the woman asked him. Because a lot of things is going on in Nigeria that we can't explain. We see the children of politicians that are living in affluence when others are suffering. You see a politician, a governor, in a state you are governing. Your children are studying abroad. Why you and you can't fix the university there. You can't even go to any hospital in the same state you are governing. When here in Australia, a prime minister, who are you as a prime minister for your child to study in America? You have to explain to the citizens why, what happened, and whose money are you using? Because everyone know how much you are earning. They calculate it. If you have been in business since before you become a prime minister, it is there. People know how much you earn, how much tax you pay. If you be able to take care of your children outside Australia, they know. But in Nigeria, we see it happen, and it become a normal. Citizens cannot talk. People keep quiet. Abnormal becomes a normal because it has been long. It has been happening. Nobody will speak again. Honestly, when I look at all these things, I shed tears for my people. I shed tears, I cry, I say, God, I wish I can relocate every member of my family because this place has become a mess. Where I had my brother-in-law who is in Nigeria. Now, he was telling me that, Charles, do you know that a police officer is like a god at home? I said, what do you mean? See, these are people that they are more powerful than anything. They can shoot you, they can useless your life, they can do anything. Nobody must question them. They will bring out people on the road. They will offload a whole bus. And even sometimes they ask them to go and they ask the bosses to stay. I say, well, that is the Nigeria we found ourselves. What can we do? And these things continue to be happening and nobody speak. Now, Nigerians have seen someone that have volunteered himself, that is willing, that we all know that is not willing to steal from our this thing, our treasury. Somebody who is willing to sacrifice his time, his effort, do everything to make sure that he better the life. I know that after Obi, this may not continue the way he will live because I know the Fulanis. Yeah, at the end of the day, the people will say power will shift to north. Who are the north? It is the Fulanis that are waiting because they have emasculated all everybody in the north. We are talking about north, and there is nothing like northern Nigeria. There is nobody who is talking about north. That's not. It is all about Fulani versus the south. So after Obi, they will take because look, as it is today, how many Fulanis are everybody surrounding around them? Obi's vice is a Fulani. Atiko is a Fulani. Pankpasi is a Fulani. Who else? All of them. Tinubu's vice is a Fulani. There's no other person that can be selected from the north that can represent the north. It is all about them. So at least let us give a big chance now. Let him at least serve for these 4 years. Let's see what for 80. Let's see what if Nigeria, if our life can change, and wait at least when they come, because I know when they come back to power again, if everything will go back the way it used to be. That one is sure because they have no good intention about Nigeria. They want to take over. Thank you. This is why I want to stop.
All right. Thank you very much for that submission. But Mr. Charles, I don't know if just me, but you came off like, if Peter Obi wins, it is because the North has allowed him to win, and after his tenure, there's going to be it is the turn of the North. Do you
That's not
think
what I
that?
mean. It's
Okay.
not like the North have allowed him to win. What I'm saying is what is happening in the North is not normal. Because when we're talking about the North today, we're talking about the Fulanese. If every Nigeria will look into it, because look at it, Tinubu's vice is a Fulani, Obi's vice is a Fulani, Pankpasi is a Fulani, Atiki is a Fulani. Look at it. Is there no one in the North that can at least bring up his head? Because they have made sure that there will be no tribe in the northern Nigeria that can challenge them. They have put them there, and our people are running at their back like they have become mini gods. Everybody, if you don't, they look at it as if you don't associate with a full animal, you can never win any election. You will not go anywhere. That's what it looks like. But if it is not true, at least Tinubu would have choose someone or Obi, but no, they are always running around the same people who has put in Nigeria down, who has made sure that other tribes in Nigeria can never see light. That is how
All
it
right.
is. Thank you.
Thank you for that clarification right there. Thank you for just joining us. If you are yet to like the broadcast, please take out time to like this broadcast. Thank you very much. And also do well to support us by clicking on the dollar sign. Thank you very much, Mr. Tsunanja. It's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you for being here. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, greetings, Emma, and those on the panel, the chat, and the viewers. Just to go back to what the previous speaker was saying about, basically, he was talking about the over representation of the Fulanis in the northern political space. I think there is some merit to it, and maybe the way he's choosing his words may come across as if he's targeting the Fulanis. But one has to ask if the Hausa are supposed to be the majority population. That's this group in Nigeria actually, by quite a long margin, and yet you don't see a lot of people of Hausa descent in politics. And one has to ask the question how that happened and whether it's by merit that the Fulani extraction people end up in this thing in political offices, or is it just by specialization? Because sometimes groups specialize. Sometimes you can. Some people like to think that the Southeasterners tend to be traders and into business and stuff like that, while the South side they are waiting for oil money. So people tend to specialize. Maybe that could explain it, but I feel like I'm concerned about that, and I would say I've always said this before that the Southeasterners should, if they were looking closely at the north, they will realize that there is another group that is somewhat disempowered. I don't know whether they are marginalized, but they somehow, maybe, I don't know how you can make a people not want to be in office, not want to rule the country that they come from. We've had only one Hausa president in Nigeria, and he ruled for a year, and that was Abu Salam Abubakar. And that is something that still mystifies me till today. The only answer I have to that was when one of these rulers in the north, I think the one that was the CBN chair or something like that, he said something is because the Fulanis, when they came into Nigeria with this in Islam, they help bring the northern communities together. So they are the glue. That because he said the Hausas were fighting each other during that time, so they formed the glue using religion to bring the groups together. Hence, they tend to be in leadership positions in the north. So maybe that's the legacy of what we are seeing now. And one has to ask, how is it by merit that it has remained like that this while, or is it by just favoring a specific group? And it's a legitimate question. And because I can't understand how this could have happened in the country. That I would like to say that we have three major ethnic groups, and two of them have not produced, have produced one leader, if I'm not mistaken, of the country. And that is interesting, isn't it? So I will leave it at that. Regarding the increase in the fuel amidst scarcity, two sides to this. Personally, I think the increase in fuel price will dampen the impact of the removal of fuel subsidies. Because that's the price. I think that's what they are doing already. Technically, they're increasing fuel price. They're already trying to.
Yeah, but the Minister of Finance said that they will begin that from June. So there is already subsidy. They added 3 point something billion naira for subsidy for another 6 months for the first and second quarter of this year. So why are they increasing it now? We should be seeing increase gradually towards when they are about to exit, because they put subsidy for their tenure. They want to take out subsidy when they are still. So why are they putting it now? So the 3 point something that they don't you get it?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I think it probably may have something to do with if let's say Nigeria's currency depreciates, and then because if it depreciates, what happens is that to put more money for the subsidy, and so it could that could explain it, or some people are trying to take advantage of this. But if it's the federal government that did it, I think it must have something to do with that, because we are already borrowing. We are actually borrowing money to buy petrol. I think you had a topic for that recently. So we are borrowing to actually buy petrol. So maybe that can explain what is going on there. But the problem with all these things is that you see how you're asking a question, because things are not transparent. We don't know how these decisions are made. This is what I keep saying. We need a high level of transparency, even beyond what we have in the West. And the technology is there to do these things, so that people will know where decisions are coming from, why things are happening the way it is happening. If that is the case, people will know. I'm telling you, Nigerians will fall in line, because they also want to see a better country. So they will. Okay, is it because our currency just depreciated? That's why they just raise the price. So they will not have any major issues. That even if they are going to suffer, at least they know why they are suffering, and they are paying more for their petrol. So when they they start removing the subsidies, I hope Nigerians really pay attention to that, because that is money for them right now. They are taking money from Nigerians' pocket and using it, putting it back into the government. And if that is the case, what is the government going to do with the money that has been taken? And this is why I keep going on about transparency, because these things could lead to serious stability if the people feel like the government just take out fuel subsidies and they just take the money and put it in their pocket again. That is going to drive people crazy. And and by that time anyway, if someone like Peter Obi was in office, given the way he's talking about transparency, he doesn't talk about transparency per se. He says he's going to fight corruption, prevent corruption, and I think, and he also said just yesterday that people should hold him accountable when he gets into office. and not just in a more practical way. You know how politicians say, "Get hold me accountable when I get into office." No, he is saying people need to remain engaged when he gets into office, so that some of these changes can happen. The reason why he is saying that, because he understands that when you get into that Aso Rock, all kinds of interest years, they want to tell you. I said this months ago. They want to tell you this. They will serve other people if the Nigerians are not what is going on. They'll go and start serving other people. So I hope that this issue gets better, and it will. I believe it will, because there are some things that are happening in Nigeria right now that is actually trending in the right direction. Even in Nigeria, bad physically, and that's emotionally, and the way they think about their country, they think everything is worse. If there are some parts of Nigeria, even on YouTube, when I see it on YouTube, I say this place they are developing, it's actually changing. It's becoming a more developed country, and we are not noticing it because we are seeing what is happening in other countries, how other countries are living large, and it tells you we are living at the bottom of the bar right now. Our national budget is a disgrace. The UK is about
I beg to differ. We are not crying out because we are using other countries. We don't even have basic amenities. Mr. Tunanja, I have my children. We have been in darkness for 3 days. For 3 days, I have been in darkness because there is no fuel in the country. So you cannot stay in a country that is working. You come in here and say Nigerians are this way because we are comparing our lives. I am not comparing nothing to nobody. Stepping out of your house is as stressful as possible. What are you saying? Don't be sensitive to the plight of Nigerians. What is the development? What is development when people cannot sleep well? What is development? What are you saying about development? With the kidnapping that is going on in the country, what is the development? How are we moving forward? Where is the progress? Where? The police killed somebody. I refuse to bring that story on here because that story brought me down to my knees. Of the way police have become God. Whoever said that, you're right. Just here in Lagos yesterday, they shot some. The police were trying to get his tricycle, Keke Napep. The guy refused. They killed him and refused to release his body. Nobody's saying nothing about it. Yeah. What are we saying, Mr. Tunanja?
What I'm saying is basic. I think even Peter Obi said as much. He said, when he was at Chatham House, you go and watch it again. He said, because of access to social media and the internet and every line, that Nigerians have now seen how other countries are being governed. Hence, they are demanding more. So that is basically what I just said.
Right now, no, it's not the same thing. No, you just changed. You just changed it. Okay, right now, we are not even demanding for more. We just want the basic. Right now, I want just go Akwa Ibom State. Say I just want to go to the village for the weekend. Just go without having to plead the blood of Jesus. Mr. Tunanja, I should have lights in my house. My children should not be asking me, "Mommy, why is there no light?" I should not be thinking what I'm supposed to do when I am helpless. No, Nigeria should not make me helpless and make me feel like a failed parent. No, I am going to move from your submission because you sound very insensitive and I am not having it, Mr. Tunanja. Let's move on to some other person, please.
Mr. Tunanja, I always tell you that you are a corny man.
You can go and tell Peter Obi that then, because all this shout is not going to get us anywhere. Because if somebody is telling you something rational, you feel very strongly about it.
Tunanja, listen, the way you talk is because you are not feeling the pain. You are not living in Nigeria. That is why you talk that way. You understand? Tunanja, the way you talk, because you don't live in Nigeria.
Go and tell Peter Obi that, because if I say I don't know what you
even when you went yesterday to ask Peter Obi question. You do not ask this sensitive question. You want to go and ask all these same things that you come here to talk. That is the same question you went to ask. You want to go and ask about military. I go to form military. Listen. You are talking about military. You don't even ask questions.
You are self-righteous. You just want to destroy the country, and I can see the country on fire.
You did not ask Peter Obi question about the Nigeria who don't have food in their table. You did not ask about that one. You went there to ask about military funding.
Yeah, because that military is going to put food on their table.
Which one is more important? People that has not fed,
The
and
military is
people
more
and the
important
military
if you
that
don't
are
put
going to
food on their table.
fund. Which one is more important
The
to you?
military will put food on their table. What do you think I'm
Peter
asking
Obi,
about? That military is
to
what puts
Naija.
food on people's table. The military
Listen,
is what puts
that
food on
England
people's
where you
table.
dey now, that England where you dey now, that England where you dey now, you never eat his money. I bet you don't eat almost about 3 times
Yeah,
now.
yeah, they got
And
their
for that
military
place where you
first.
dey.
Somebody
But
need to
people
put
in
the
Nigeria now,
military first.
since
See,
morning, they never even drink, they never even think, they never even know where their daily bread.
You get the answer. I don't hear the
To
answer.
Nigeria,
They
you
took
need
care
to
of
be,
their security. That's why they are living very well, very, very well. They took care of their
to
security in this
Nigeria,
country. That's why they live very well.
all I will tell you,
All right, gentlemen.
quit
All right,
UK, quit
gentlemen.
UK and go back
Please
to
hold on,
Nigeria.
please. All
Quit
right,
UK and go back to
gentlemen.
Nigeria and feel the pain that Nigerians
Gentlemen.
are feeling.
Brother Nice, thank you. That's enough. To Niger, thank you. That's enough. Let's move on, please. Chooks, thank you for being with us on this broadcast today. Thank you also to Friday Femi. Yes, Obi all the way. Thank you for being with us on the broadcast. Mommy Diaspora, dearest Mama, thank you very much. Each and every one of you. Chukwu Emeka, thank you very much. It's good to have you on here. Please do well to follow our other lineups. Like our every broadcast, do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's been a one of a kind broadcast, yes. But a big thank you to each and every one of you, my amazing panelists on the broadcast. Thank you very much. I come to you, my panelists. Please, this is where you give your final submission. Let's focus on the elections. The elections is just 25th 25th of February. It's just next month. And if you are yet to get your PVC, 29th is just around the corner in 9 days. So please go out there and get your PVC. Please. Thank you very much. All right. Brother Nice, I would go to Mr. Collins. I'll come to you. Tension is still very high. Mr. Collins, please, let's hear from you.
Thank you for having me back, Sister Man. Like you said here, the important thing in Nigeria, because everybody, like you said, for you to go back to Akwa Ibom, you have to pray, because to shout the brother before you get there. You wake up in the morning, you can't even, your children can't even see a light that is very easy for government to provide for its people. We are not asking that people should come on. We are not asking. Nigeria are the most people that is not asking too much from their leadership. They are just asking for the basic thing. Simple thing that every government can provide for their citizens. That is what Nigerians are asking. They are not asking like, they are not demanding like every other countries are demanding. Like Mr. Nigeria is telling you that we shouldn't be shouting. Why shouldn't we be shouting? We should be making a case for our leadership, we're making a case for them so that they can stand up and do the right thing. Look at how other countries have been shouting. They own their own, they go on protest. They spoil many things. But in Nigeria, nobody go on protest. They just stay in their home, just asking. So you say Nigeria shouldn't be shouting. Why shouldn't we be shouting? We should be shouting because when the government is not doing anything, it's your duty to call them into attention. It's your duty to call them. It's your duty to speak out. So if you don't speak out, how will government knows that they are not doing well? So if we just want Nigeria to remain silent, don't shout, just accept your life. That is how it is. So we should be asking our leaders for a better life. So asking is our right. So it's our right. Most things Nigerians are asking is their right. Just basic thing. Look at what Sister just said here. She just only need the basic thing. What are the basic things? Just electricity. Give us that electricity. Nigeria, we can make up things for ourselves. So just those things, those simple things. Yesterday you were there. Look at that person, that young lady asked P2B, but you went and asked something that is not even relevant. That lady asked P2B that I have finished school. I graduated with accountant or something like that. I have established business for myself, but I can't do this business because of the bank. This thing they are limiting me for doing all those things. Now it is that's for making me to find it difficult to run that business. So if you are coming in, what are you going to do different from what these people are doing? Because he's not limiting my all my effort. This is somebody that wants. He just asking Nigeria what other countries can do with their Mastercard, can do with all this. Why can't we do it in own Nigeria? Those are the things that Nigerians are asking. They are not asking for too much. So if somebody in London can use a Mastercard, why can't me in Nigeria do it? Those are the problem. But you are asking about army, how you are going to leave London and join army. Well, we have to get this Nigeria first, because if there is no food on table, how will the people survive? How the people that are going to govern, how are they going to survive? So that's the most important thing. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please, I would like for us to, go back on course and not stick to Mr. Tunanja's submission. Let's talking about Mr. Tunanja. Mr. Tunanja, please, let's have your final submission. Thank you.
Yeah, the idea that I sense on an unnecessary hostility that I fear is in our country here, and some people that like to think that they care about this country, I fear that they are in a roundabout way trying to destroy this country, undermine of the country. If you think without security you can build anything, go to work every day, leave your windows, the doors, and advertise all the stuff you've got in your house open. Leave it open. Try your luck with that one. If that common sense cannot sink in, I can't help you. I can't understand think about these things. So many people will be said, I just repeated it and they just start losing their minds. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with us? We can't even reason anymore because we are traumatized. Just because you are traumatized, you have to hold on, because if you think this is trauma, that go and look at other countries, the suffering they went through before you see the so-called Chinese city that they have now. Go and see the suffering. Then when you think we are the only ones that monopolize suffering, there is suffering everywhere. America loses 40,000 people every year. For 2020, 45,000. Just violence alone. Just because they are shining today. Why do you think they are still shining? Because they have a massive level of security readiness. You can't run anything. You can't build a country without security. Just look at it in the world. It's right there staring at you. What else do I need to teach you? Just Google it. Check Burkina Faso. Check their military readiness. Check how unstable the country is. Check Singapore. Check their military readiness. Check how unstable the country is. Look at them. I'm not the one making it up. You like to dislike me all you want. I'm talking about something that is critical to Nigeria's survival. And the entire black continent. This is what fathers missed. They never bothered to create a level of technological strategic security. They never did. For 400 years, we're enslaved and colonized. These people can't wake up. They still think it's about what you go to the farm to go and do first. No, by the time you go and farm, you are going to be farming for other people if you don't have security. You will be serving them. Security always comes first. Even Peter Obi acknowledged it yesterday, and this will still question me today. What is wrong with you people? Is it what? I don't understand. Are you voting for Nigeria or what? Are you voting for our people?
I think I'm really lost. What are you saying exactly?
Are you not listening? I said actually acknowledge what I said.
If you want to be disrespectful to me on my broadcast, I won't take that. So don't watch your tone, man. Don't talk to me that way, Mr. Tunanja. Don't use that tone on me. I just said, what are you saying? I don't understand. What are you saying about security? What are you saying? Saying me go beef up security for the country. Now me go beef up the security. Who is in charge? Who is in charge? Okay, don't educate us anymore. Go and educate the people that are in charge. Exactly, people in the comment section don't even know what you are saying. We were lost. That is why I said, what are you saying?
I said,
all right, Mr. Tunanja.
Give an example where you leave your house open and see how long your house will open. Other people coming to rob you. That is clear. When I said, if you don't secure your country, every work you are doing is going to belong to people that have security. They come and raid your country, destroy your country, like our forefathers have experienced. How is that complicated? Our people were enslaved, we were colonized. Still today, we are still not recovered. That is why our country is in. We have not recovered till today. And I'm making this very clear. How is that complicated? Peter Obi himself, every single thing I said yesterday, he agreed with it. He stated some of the things I said here today. How is this even controversial? Unbelievable. I wonder what the objective of some of these people is. I really wonder what it is.
Okay. let's go to Mr. Chooks. Mr. Chooks, it's good to have you on the broadcast, but nice, I am coming to you. Please, Mr. Chooks, please take it away.
Yeah, good morning, Miss Emma. Good morning, everyone on the panel. I just come here to please beg to Niger. You know, it is easy to say this and that, why you are not in that situation. People are dying. People are suffering. Please, sometimes when you say these things, just go back and listen to it. Imagine if you are in that situation. Peter B said what you just said, but in another form. He is not saying it that we're asking too much. We're not asking. He says that due to social media, people can see how their mates are living in other countries. Is that a crime?
That's exactly what I said. And she started having
Right?
a go at me.
No. People, like, I understand when you said that we are asking too much. We shouldn't be. And this is not the first time you use such language here.
No, I didn't say we shouldn't do that. You see that.
If you want that, look,
I never said we shouldn't do that. I said that's what
it's not something new and you.
Mr. Niger, please allow him give his submission, please. This is our final submission. Please.
It's not something we can.
Evening. Please, thank you.
It's not something we can come here and argue. Every time you say something, I remember you saying that we are not contributing. We should be funding the federal government. That is exactly what you're saying now. So don't relate it to what Mr. Peter Obi said. Obi made it clear that even here, he said it several, even yesterday, he repeated it, that if they have 15% unemployment in this country, you know it, I know it. You can't pass on the street. That will make sure that they bring everybody to their knees. And that is a fact. So what is the crime of Nigerians saying, give us light? They didn't ask you to give them benefits. Is that too much to ask? That's what I don't understand with what you're saying. So please stop making it as if, hang on to Niger, stop making it as if you are patriotic and the rest of Nigerians are not patriotic. In fact, to Niger, you made me angry this morning, and I'm going to tell you this is how the North has been deceiving every Nigerian, that they are patriotic, they are uncorruptible, and yet they are the worst. Stop it. This is how the North, I'm going to say it. I don't care who is listening.
Because you are gaslighting me here. I never said any such thing that you're accusing me of.
But that when you call the Nigerians to come and fund the government, what are you insinuating?
Because that's what other countries do.
That is not what other countries do. Those countries you talk about, listen, to Niger, I've heard you said that Nigerian doctors should be trained and detained and send them out abroad to work for Nigeria. How much did Nigeria contribute in their education? Please, to Niger, stop comparing. The same thing you came here to say. The same thing you came here to say that 45,000 people die every year in America. Do they die in vain? Were people not held accountable for the deaths they cost? How many people did your government hold accountable for killing Nigerians? How many did your country prosecute for killing Nigerians? Please stop this. You're useless comparing. I'm sorry for the language, but that is how I feel. That comparison, you shouldn't be comparing Nigeria to any country on earth.
Yes, I should, actually.
When we talk about how
yes,
it pains us. You should. Should in what form? I just asked you a simple question now. To Niger, go and tell me which death that America did not pursue those who committed the crime and bring them to justice. And how many did you bring in Nigeria? That's what I want to ask you. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Chooks, thank you for your submission. Let's move on to Brother Nice. Brother Nice, please, let's have your submission.
Yeah, thank you, Miss. You know, there are a lot of people like Tunaja. It's not only him alone. We have a lot of them like this in Nigeria, you know, that go around to pretend as if they are patriotic, which is not. You understand? You don't, the thing that I see from this Tunaja and people like him are the one that is
supporting Tinubu and Atiku today in Nigeria. You understand? They pretend as if they are patriotic. It's a lie. You understand? One thing I see from these people like this, they don't have compassion. They don't have compassion for the people that is dying, people that is in captivity in forest with these kidnappers. They don't have compassion of all crimes that is going on in Nigeria. They don't have compassion of all the looting that Nigerian elite are doing to Nigerians. They don't think of those things because he is in a comfortable place. The thing does not touch him, does not touch his family. So he don't care. This same mentality is the same mentality that our elite have. That's the reason why they don't have compassion of the Nigerians that is dying every day. You understand? If you still put this person there, this two Nigeria, the people like two Nigeria, if you still put them there, Nigerians will be dying every day, and they will be telling you the same story here, telling you that people are dying in America. You cannot compare. That people are dying all over the world. You know, so it will be disfavoring his government. People like that's what I'm telling you. Everybody cannot have the same mind. A lot of them will come here and defend and pretend. You understand? They don't have compassion. You understand? People who don't have compassion, the way they speak, you will know them very easy. How will Nigeria be in darkness? First hike, food stuff, people cannot buy food. Then person like this will come out and telling Nigeria that they ask too much. You know?
And this is not even the only platform he goes. Everywhere he goes, it's the same thing. The same. Look, we are here saying the same thing. He goes to another platform. The same thing they're telling him. This is why I'm mad. You cannot continue to tell Nigerians they are not patriotic, and only you see the patriotism. This is the way the North have been fooling us. That's why I'm angry.
This thing that surprised me most, the right question is, so I was expecting that Tunaja will ask Mr. Obi yesterday. He left that question and he was asking another question. When Nigerians are suffering, the most important thing that he's supposed to ask Peter Obi, are you going to lift a common man where they will have a daily food, daily bread on their table? How are they going to feed themselves and feed their children? That's the question that I was thinking that this guy will ask. He was asking Peter Obi about military, about how he's going to fund military that they are funding, and this military are killing Nigerians. Yeah? That is what he was asking. Do you know Chief of Army Staff? Do you know how much Chief of Army Staff looted from our treasury? All those military that you are telling Nigerians to go and fund. Do you know how much these people are looting? We are talking about common man. How common man will have a daily bread on their table? You did not ask that question, Peter Obi. How is going to lift? How is going to ease food price that is high right now that people cannot buy a bag of rice? You did not ask of those questions. We were talking about military. As they're going to fund military. You were asking for Nigerian diaspora to send money to fund military the last time. So this guy, he will leave the important question that he's supposed to ask. He will be doing something else. The same attitude this guy have. That is the same attitude that our leader have. That's the reason why you see them the last time when there was flood victims. They left the flood victim on their own. They were busy looting because they don't care. The same mentality with these two Nigerians have is the same mentality our elite have. If you ask them just little basics, they will tell you that Nigerians ask too much. They complain too much. That is the reason why they don't perform. Because they believe that as Nigerians are suffering, it's normal. You understand? They just believe that our elite is the same mentality in two Nigeria have. I've seen it. You know, the thing that pains me more, this guy don't repent. He will come here, we will counter him, and he will still come back again with the same mentality. He don't change. Yeah. Emeka the same day. That Emeka that I was fighting for that they should not ban on this platform. The same mentality Emeka still have. They will not repent. If you see tackle them today, if they come back, they will still say the same thing. They will defend their principle. They will not see anything wrong in this government. Like, nothing you will do about it. There are very many. You understand? The only thing I will just say that we should just ignore them. Let us just fight for this Peter Obi to make sure Peter Obi become the next president. You will see if Peter Obi become the next president tomorrow, they will still come here and tell us that we were fighting for this man to become president. They will still change their mouth. We know them. They are going from places to places to do the same thing. They are going from platform to platform to do the same thing. You know, they are unrepentant Nigerians. This is the if this to Nigeria, I bet you, if to Nigeria did Nigeria,
All right, Brother Nice.
supporting Tinubu and
All right, Brother Nice. Thank you very much for your submission. Thank you to each and every one of you that has participated in today's newspaper review. A big shout out to Dr. Gomez. Dr. Gomez, it's good to have you on the broadcast. Yeah, I know. If you are seeing what we are seeing here in Nigeria, you will understand. You will understand. You will understand. Everybody, it's choking everybody. Everybody, they all right. But thank you to each and every one of you on here. Of course, some days like this, we have this bust out. I might not be able to read all of this, but we are through with our newspaper review. To each and every one of you that participated, to my panelists, thank you to each and every one of you. Please do well to join me to review the papers tomorrow. You know, of course, I'll be. Oh no, tomorrow is Saturday. I will not be here tomorrow. But happy weekend to each and every one of you. Do also join me Monday, 10 a.m. Nigerian time for our newspaper review. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you, and I look forward to bringing better news your way. Until I come your way, have an amazing weekend. God bless you. Bye-bye.